What's up? This is a new series called Unapologetic Fridays where I'm going to just rant on shit for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to set a clock for 10 minutes and rant on shit because I tend to talk a lot with our Monday episodes, and this is going to be a shorter, straight to the point type of episode, more of the type of content I like to consume of just go fucking do it. Here's some information, go fucking do it, get riled up before the weekend, and let's go kill it. So that's what we're going to do. So we got 10 minutes on the clock. You might hear the beep. Oh, I only have 15. Well, fuck it. We're going to aim for 10 minutes. All right. So today's episode is more free shit isn't going to help you. So this one's fueled a little bit by ranting about someone I took some time out to help for free and then complained that I was, despite not being a sales call, just trying to pitch her on money. So never pitched her once, literally told her if she didn't have the budget, don't do coaching. So I guess she just wanted me to work for free because that's cool because, I just do this shit. I put so much free shit out there to help people. But when it comes to one-on-one coaching, you just expect like me to do work for free because I don't have bills. I don't have a family to pay for or any of that shit. So it's fueled a little bit by that. So little backstory with that. Basically, I did a free strategy call with her. She said that she just doesn't have a budget. I was like, okay, cool. We went over her entire fucking plan, and the plan was actually solid. She had a really, really good plan. But she said herself, the thing missing was accountability. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I'm like, that's the one thing missing. I was like, all right, so you don't have a budget for it. Let's figure out how to get you help for free. So I was like, we have this amazing community, and many people in that community are looking for accountability partners. Their budgets are too tight. They're not making enough money. Whatever, they're not ready to invest in coaching. Whatever it may be, they're looking for someone to help hold them accountable. It's like, okay, let's post in there, find you somebody. I was like, so when can you do it? She's like, tomorrow. She fucking left the group. She just up and left, and then my community success manager reached out to her like, hey, how was the call? She's like, it was just money, all about money. Well, I guess she wanted me to be her accountability buddy. Look, I'm a coach. I have bills to pay. I have a team to pay. I try to pay my team a very competitive rate that they could one day live off of once they become full-time. Once they're full-time, it should be a livable fucking wage. I'm not paying them poverty wages. I want them to be the best fucking coaches they can be, the best team they can be. So I'm not paying them like minimum wage. Like, teams paid well for the hours they put in. So I guess I just have to fucking work for free. But that's not going to fucking help you. How many times have you gotten free shit and just not used it? So many people. I have all the free shit you could ever need to be successful with your health journey, other than specific medical conditions, in which case go see a fucking doctor. I have all the free shit you need there in the Facebook group. There's workouts, there's cardio guide, there's supplements, there's nutrition plans, how to figure out your calories, how to do calorie cycling, recipes, mindset guides, planners. All the fucking shit you would need to be successful is there, and I can probably count on one hand how many people actually use that shit. Like, other than clients. Clients use it, but other than clients, only probably 5 people out of, we're about 950 women in that community right now are using it. All the stuff you need to be successful. You can go right now, start looking through that stuff and achieve your goals, but you won't. You won't because you haven't fucking invested in it, and therefore you're just going to sit on your ass and not do anything. And this is Unapologetic Friday, so I'm not going to be censoring myself. I'm going to be really, really tough on these Friday calls. So you invest in 2 different ways. There's only 2 ways you can invest. That's it. There's no, no. There's fucking only 2 ways to do it. You can either invest time or you can invest money. Those are the 2 fucking ways you invest. You invest time as in spending time to educate yourself. Think about you learning your job. That was time for you to invest. School was investment in you. we pay taxes to invest in the younger generation so that they can learn skills and then become productive workforce members or start their own companies, be a benefit to society in some ways. It's an investment. We spend our tax money on the younger generation to educate them. Then they hopefully can produce more tax money so that the next generation can be even more productive, and the cycle continues. And the goal is, with those investments, not expenses, investments, you are going to become more and more productive. Or you invest money. You spent the time using the skill you've developed or skills to get money, resources. It's a resource. Instead of pelts and food, we use money. You spent your time with your skills to get money, and you can invest that money to speed up time. It's literally fucking time, like how a time machine would work for learning knowledge. Like, we can't be like the Matrix where Neo like plugs the fuck in and learns kung fu in 2 seconds. Like, no, we can't do that yet. I'm sure Elon's going to figure some way out to do that. But you can kind of do that when you invest in somebody. And obviously I'm pitching myself a little bit here because I am a coach, but you invest in a coach or a mentor for whatever you want to fucking improve on. So while I am a nutrition and a health coach, I focus on that stuff. You can do it with business. I have a business coach. I've invested $50,000-ish into business coaching. You can invest in a business coach. You can invest in a life coach. You can invest in a mindset coach. You can invest in a therapist. These are investments to help improve you. So you can invest in any of those fucking things to help improve your life. However, many people have this mindset of money is something to hoard, and if you can't buy something tangible with it, they can't see it. So they get stuck in the why me? I can never move forward in my fucking life. Why? Invest your money. Now, not everybody's well off, but try to think of money as a resource. And if you want knowledge in the past, you would have to trade resources, pelts, food, maybe a boat, an obsidian blade knife, something of value. In our society, it's money. You use that resource to gain knowledge from someone. In the past, that would be an elder. Well, if you need to make more money, maybe invest in a new skill. Maybe invest in a business mentor to help move your business forward. That's what I did to get my business off the ground. I invested a shit ton of money into a business mentor to help get my business started. If your goal is to improve your health and you don't want to take the next 10 years learning about health and nutrition, maybe invest in a coach who's been doing it for 10 fucking years with thousands of people to get the results you want. So you don't have to spend the next 10 years. If you're in your early 20s, look, you got time. But if you're over the age of 28, maybe you have a family, kids, you have a full-time job, you have other responsibilities. Do you have that much time to actually invest in something? If you do, that's fucking fantastic. That is what my assistant coach Lauren did. She was a nurse and she went through her transformation journey and she wanted to help people. So she invested time and some money to become a coach. You can do that if you want, or you invest a little bit more money up front. But the goal is with investments, again, this is an investment, not an expense. A lot of people look at coaches or something, it's not tangible, it's an expense. Well, it's supposed to pay off in the end. So if you invest in a coach, a mentor, some sort of education, it should have a payoff. So with a health coach, the goal is to improve your health. Hopefully you don't need a coach in the future, or maybe you go into a lower price program, which is more like a maintenance program where you have a little bit of accountability, but you don't need that much, so that you don't have to drop $100,000 in the future on cancer and cancer therapy, or maybe you get a heart attack and have to have a quadruple bypass and have to spend money on that, which comes with a whole bunch of fucking side effects. So maybe you invest in your health that way. Maybe it's business. Maybe you have this dream, and a dream is just a goal you haven't put on paper. So maybe you get a business coach, and once that money comes out, you're going to fucking go. Look, investing fucking hurts. Like I said, I invested a lot of money myself into business coaches. I've been around lots of business coaches. My previous boss invested a shit ton of money into business coaches and mentors. Because it fucking hurts, that's why you do it. If you haven't been able to do it, if you've been trying to reach a goal for over a year, like you've had this goal of losing weight for over a year, you have this goal of starting a business for over a year, you're not going to fucking do it unless you have something so painful in your life, so fucking painful in your life that it makes you change your mindset overnight. Unless you have that moment, which is usually a really fucking bad moment, you're not going to fucking do it. Let's just be honest. You've had it for a year. Why haven't you fucking done it? Oh, I have kids. Oh, I have work. I just don't have the energy. It's not a fucking priority. That's why. If I had you spend $10,000 on your health right now or $100,000 on your health, you would fucking do it. You'd find time. Well, yeah, I would find time for that. Oh, fuck. So I see this all the time. I'm on Facebook and I see what everyone's posting. I don't have the money to invest in coaching. I don't have it. Yet I see you dropping 10 grand on a Disney vacation. Yet I see you dropping, I have lots of hunters. So you upgrade your rifle that you didn't need to. And that was $2,000 after the rifle and the glass you put on it. Like, come on. I get that those things are important. They're important to me. I'm not dissing vacations. I'm not dissing... I got my wife her first rifle this year. That shit's sometimes expensive. But if your goal, if the thing that's important to you is your health and you don't have health right now, maybe you should fucking do something about that instead of sitting on your hands. Take the fucking chance and fucking do it. Maybe if it's starting a business so you can get away from that corporate job that sucks the soul out of you, maybe you should fucking invest in a business coach so you can get things off the ground. Yes, there's plenty of free resources. There's a shit ton of free resources. And if you have the motivation, you can start diving into things, but that motivation is going to go. Or you're going to get stuck on something and you're going to have to invest more time. And sometimes you don't fucking have time. I didn't have fucking time when I started my business. I had a daughter on the way in a couple months. I needed to get this shit flying really, really quick. I invested. The first investment I did was $10,000. Put that money in there. They got the business off and running. Fuck yeah. Was it scary? Hell yeah. Did I have some regrets, that buyer's remorse after purchasing it and signing that contract? Hell yeah. Guess what? I don't now. Here I am with a podcast, which I was like, oh, I'll start a podcast one day. Well, here I fucking am with the podcast of I'll start a podcast. Well, I set a goal last year of doing it, and here it is. Set a goal last January. Here we are in January, now starting our Unapologetic Friday, and I realize I'm over 10 minutes, so I think these are going to be 15-minute episodes. So, this weekend, take a fucking chance on yourself. Just believe in yourself for once. You can do this shit. Now, you might need help. People need accountability. We know from research that if you set a goal, there's a very low chance of you actually hitting it unless you have accountability. Like, you can make the best plan in the world. And trust me, I've done this. I'm speaking from myself. You can have the best plan in the world if you don't actually have accountability to do it. The chances are under 40%. Like, the best plan in the world, no accountability, 40% chance of you actually reaching that goal. That's it. If you have accountability, you get someone that you don't spend any money at all. You just get an accountability buddy that's going to hold your feet to the fire. This will be like a really good friend who's going to call you on your shit. Usually it's not a spouse. I'll say usually spouses are really bad at this because there's too much of an emotional attachment. You get a friend who will hold your feet to the fire and knows you well and can help you through it, and it's not going to be super judgy. That's also another important thing. Then you have a 60% chance of reaching your goal. Okay, odds are a little bit better in your favor. You invest a resource and it has to hurt a little bit. The amount has to hurt. Like, how many $29 programs or $50 programs have you bought? How many $50 supplements have you bought? And it never fucking worked because it didn't hurt. Like, you're like, oh, this program's this much, I'm going to go on sale. Well, guess what? Sale doesn't work. So if you invest an amount that makes you actually be like, fuck, I did this much, I'm going to fucking do it. Yeah, guess what? You're actually going to fucking get your goal. I'm not saying the goal is going to come easy. Time is up. So I'm going to keep rambling for another minute and then we're going to call it. But the goal isn't going to be fucking easy. Not saying that, but at least if you have a mentor, you have a good coach. I like to think I am, but you can argue that it's your opinion. You don't have to sign up for me. There's a bunch of other good, amazing health and fitness coaches out there. If you have one, you're going to be on the right path from day one. Instead of trying to figure it out on your own and spending time of the trial and error. People forget about this. Go look up the Dunning-Kruger effect. You're going to have a shit ton of trial and error of shit that doesn't work. I went through that. Then you're going to have to figure it out in a couple years. It'll take you a few years. Or fucking invest in yourself. Take that risk. Do it. And you'll actually be on the right path from day one. And instead of a few years, it might take you 6 to 12 months. Or instead of 10 years, it might take you 2 years. So that's this week's Unapologetic Friday. This is episode 1. We're going to do this each week. If you have any other topics you'd like me to talk about, please post or send me a message. We'll talk about other ones. But this is Unapologetic Fridays. Happy fucking Friday. Enjoy the weekend. Go fucking kill it. This weekend, take a chance on yourself. Invest in something to improve you and move you closer to your goal.